Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are diving back into my October daily, and we're actually going to be working on 2-3 stories here that are super simple, super easy, and we get through them quickly. So for this first one, I am documenting going to see The Nightmare Before Christmas with my mom, and it was so much fun. So whenever we saw Beetlejuice, we noticed that they had movie posters up for both Hocus Pocus and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I've been checking and rechecking because I wanted to make sure to get to go see this movie in theaters. And it was so special, so magical. I loved it. So I have a large photo here of the screen whenever the movie was starting. And I just... I didn't even change this to black and white, although it kind of looks like that, but it has that glow from the screen that was kind of orangey red. So I really liked the way that that looked, but I had a lot of space at the bottom of that photo and I didn't really know what to do with it. So what I ended up doing was I just went on to Google and I found 3 pictures from the movie, and I printed those off at a little bit bigger than a 2.5-inch square there. And then I used my punch that I have and I just punched those out into circles and placed them along the bottom of the photo. And I really like the way that looks, and it fills in some of that space. Then over here on the left side, I'm just using pockets again. And that's a reason why these pages come together uber quickly, is because I'm just pairing the pocket pages with the large photos for the majority of these stories. So it goes by really fast. It's really easy, but I love the way that the layouts look whenever you kind of combine the outside of the pockets with the inside. I just always really like that. So for this one, I am again using the pair of the stacked 4x6 page protectors here from Citrus Twist, and I'm using 4 3x4 photos. I've just already adhered them together on just white computer paper so that they create 4x6 blockings there to easily fit in the pocket. So you can see that at the top I have the Nightmare Before Christmas stamped out with my journaling, along with a little bit of washi tape and embellishments there, a picture of me and my mom outside the movie. Then the movie poster, which you can see it says returns to theaters October 11th. And also Hocus Pocus, I think, is returning on the 18th. So we have plans to see that as well. Super fun. And then I just took a picture of the movie tickets because those seem to be kind of receipt paper and they kind of disappear over time. So I just took a picture of it to make sure to have it handy there. And then I did stamp my date on the large photo right above the screen. And I used some white ink just for something different. I used the Brilliance Moonlight White, and I was happy to be able to use that because I don't get to do that very often. So very quickly, you can see that one was put together. And now we're moving on to my next story, which is all about carving pumpkins. So a couple days after the movie, me and my mom again got together and we carved pumpkins. So this is a tradition that we started a few years ago. I think the same year that I started doing October daily albums, which was 2021. So of course, me and Will have carved pumpkins throughout time together and everything, but it's an activity he can take or leave. So in 2021, me and my mom started to carve them together, and it's something that we've really enjoyed. So we're kind of keeping that tradition alive. So here for my large photo to go on the back of the previous story, I have our pumpkins. My mom did kind of a sort of cat face, and I just did a traditional kind of happy jack-o'-lantern face. So I took a picture of both of those on our porch. They're not crazy glowing, but you get the idea. And then instead of doing the stacked 4x6 page protectors, I'm doing the 3x4, so a little bit smaller here. And I have a picture of me at the top with my pumpkin at my parents' house. Then at the bottom, I'm doing the tried and true method of just stamping my title with the Sophie Alpha stamp from Citrus Twist, adding on my date stamp. I'm loving having the date date stamps go throughout the album. I just think it's a really nice way to keep up with like the month and see the month go by, especially since I didn't actually number anything. So I really am liking that. And then I have my journaling typed up there on the clear sticker paper. Then on the back, I have a picture of my mom. I wanted to use some of these like little frames and stuff that were inside the Paige Evans collection. So I just kind of roughly measured it and printed off my picture to go inside. And then I'm going to use a couple embellishments here to finish this one off. And then I do have a selfie that me and my mom took to go underneath it. And just like many years in the past, maybe every year, I have a certain filter that I found on Instagram, and I don't know what it's called, but it basically makes you look like Frankenstein, and it's really a cute one. You're always green, and the background's purple, and it actually only puts like the like little stitch markings on one person. But what I love about the filter is that it does turn you both a color. So it's like it's a two-person filter basically, which I think is fun. So I have that picture there at the bottom of me and my mom. We love using filters like that when we're kind of just in PJs, super comfy. It's nice to throw one of the Halloween filters on and make you feel more festive. So that's it for that one. Super easy to tell that story. And then for the other side, I wanted to tell kind of an adjoining story. It's its own thing, but it kind of goes along with it. So I'm using some of the polka dot paper from the Echo Park collection. I'm going to punch my holes really quick. And then I printed off a picture of the pumpkin seeds from inside our jack-o'-lanterns there. And I printed that picture off at I think 3.5 by 4.5. So I wanted it to be where it would kind of be small and we could see a lot of that background paper, but I wanted it a little bit bigger than the regular 3x4. So I rounded the corners there. I'm going to back it on a piece of the same orange paper that I was using before. I'm going to round those corners. And then I also have my journaling. This journaling is all about how Will did not participate in carving the pumpkins, but he asked if we could save the pumpkin seeds. So whenever we were done, I did save them. I kind of got all the gunk out. It was easier than I thought. And then the next day, Will actually seasoned them up and roasted them and everything. And we've been munching on them the last couple of days. We've never roasted the pumpkin seeds before, but they're really good and we super enjoyed them. So then also within my journaling, I talked about how in the background we put on some of the old Roseanne episodes from like season 2 and 3, the Halloween episodes. So the Cool Kids Club, my favorite podcast, which I will probably talk about eventually here on my channel this month, but they did a really fun episode this past week all about home improvement and Roseanne spooky episodes from Halloween's past. So we put a couple of those on because me and my mom love the really old Roseanne. So that was fun as well. It gave all of the spooky vibes that we needed. So I basically have everything in order. I added on a couple embellishments and my date onto the pumpkin seed photo. I was really debating if I wanted to add that trick or treat embellishment, but I ended up going with it and I really like it. I was thinking about doing a stamp title, but I like the way that it looked there, kind of like half on and half off of the photo. So I just went with it. I added a little bit of embellishing there to my large photo. And actually I went back off camera and added a little bit of embellishing to a lot of my large photos. So whenever I do the final flip through, you'll see that as well. And then I'm just adding on a little piece of velvet ribbon there just as a little pulley so that you can move this page easily. And I believe that is it. So like I said, these came together very quickly, a lot of pockets here. I decided to just go ahead and post this video a little early. So there's going to be 2 this week, a little bit shorter videos, but I figured why not? Let's go ahead and get this one up. So super happy to have these next couple stories told. I'm having so much fun working on my October daily this season. I hope that you guys have been having an absolutely lovely October and spooky season. And of course, I will be back at you super soon. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I will be back very soon with another October daily video. So have a great one, friends, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.